Hi, this is Martin for Revelation Software and welcome to another in my video series looking at getting started with Open Insight. Today's lesson is going to build on the previous one. We previously created a report, and in this lesson we're going to make that report available to our users. However, before I drop into the clinic application and look at how to do that, I want to have a quick look at how I'm making my reports available to my users in my Contact Manager. Within this application I've got a button for reports which runs this little reporting module, which is simply a button and a few bits of text, but the main parts on here is the hierarchical list box here and a description on what the reports do. So if I was to expand on the sales reports here, and I can click on a report and you can see that the description about the report changes, so it's given a visual indicator and a little bit more information to the user than just the name. And I can double click on any of these. Let's just put a value in here, and then that will go away and it will run that report for me. So there we go, the same type of report that we were looking at in the previous lesson. In addition to running reports, I've also given my users the ability to run the report builder so that they can go away and they can pick up a predefined report and modify that. They can create new labels, or they could use the report wizard to create new reports of their own. And I could be hooking up any of the third-party reporting tools as well. So this is a nice little interface for making your reports available to your users. Now we're not going to get quite that clever today, but what we're going to do is run up the clinic application and we're going to the forms designer, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a new form without any database association, and this form is simply going to be a form with a load of buttons on it, and each one of those buttons is going to be hooked up to an individual report. So we'll call this form MP reports, and we'll just call this report library for no real reason. And what we'll do is we'll drop on a button and we'll call this button underscore report 1, and we'll change the text simply to report 1. And if we just copy that down and we'll just change that one to report 2 and change that to button underscore report 2. So what you could do is create a number of these, each one being linked to a report. It's not going to look pretty, but it's functional. I have seen applications created this way. So the report 1, we'll open that one up, and the events, and we're going to be using a quick event, so keeping it nice and easy. The first thing we want to do is to send a message to the entity, and what we want to do is to find under the reports and RB layout the report that we created earlier, so MP report patient list. That's the one that we want to run, and we need to tell Open Insight that we want to execute that report. So the message is execute, go ahead and run it. All the other prompts we can leave as they are, so OK out of there. And if I then go and test run that window, then we can see that the report will run for us. Okay, so we've got a little report there. Right, we've got a close button here, but it'd be quite nice to have a little close button on there as well to keep it consistent with my other windows. So let's just go into the patient entry window. I'm going to cheat slightly, Control C. We'll then go back to the report window. No, I don't need to save changes, Control V. Okay, I just need to move these down. And what I've done there is I've just dropped on that button. And the nice thing about doing it that way, just copying and pasting over, it's brought all the properties with it, including the events, so there's no work for me to do. So if you've got quite a complex row of buttons, then you can just select them all, copy them straight into here. Really, really nice and easy. Okay, so not pretty, but you get the idea on that window. So that's done. One of the things that we did earlier on in this video series is to create a switchboard where this provides us with an entry into our application. So we've got our patient entry records, we can exit the application and report library. It was disabled before, so let's go into the properties and enable that, and we're going to the events, and what we're going to do is we're going to start a window The window that we're going to start is going to be our MP reports window that we just created. So that one there, and we're going to execute it, remove the parameters, OK that, and then if we try and run that report, that window, sorry, we can then either run the patient record window, or alternatively we can run the report library window. Now, one of the other things that might be quite nice, if people are going to be spending most of their time in the patient entry window, we might want to have a report menu item off of here. It could be on a button as well, but let's do this onto the menu. So if we go into menu and design, and we just find a reasonably good location to put it in, so I think just before the help, we'll promote that to be a top level, and we'll just simply call this reports, and help test will be my report library. You could put whatever you want in there. Now, I'm not going to worry about accelerator keys and everything else while I'm generating this, because we did go through generating menus before, but what I will do is put in an entry that we're going to link up to, so patient listing. I won't worry about any help text, so we will save that, and then if we go into the quick events, locate that menu item, so that one there, and what we'll do here is to find our report exactly the same way that we did just a moment ago. So browse down here, open insert reports, RB layout, pick up the report that we want, and of course we want to execute that report when that menu item is selected. So now if we test run that window, we should have a new menu item for reports, and off of that we've got our patient listing, and if we run that, then again we should get that same report run up. There we go. So that's it for this lesson. A nice, short, easy, quick one. It's all about making your reports available to your users. We looked at creating hierarchical list box and having a little reporting module within your application, which keeps all the reports together and keeps it rather nice. And then within our tutorial application, the clinic application that we've been working on, we hook the report up to a button, and also we hook the same report up to a menu item. So those tend to be the various different ways of doing it. Hope you've enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you again very soon for the next one. Don't know what the topic's going to be, but I'll see you when it's done. Take care. Bye bye.